Welcome to Another Cup, part of the Exchange Coffee Podcasting Network, presented by Covoya Specialty Coffee, where coffee is always a collaborative voyage. Another Cup is devoted to conversations with suppliers, customers, and all the relationships in between. In episode 13, Covoya Managing Director Rob Stephen talks with coffee trader Anna Mallozzi about her career in coffee and a little about her music. In fact, that was Anna bringing us in on the cello, but I'll have more to say about that at the end of the episode. Rob?
Anna, hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Welcome to the Covoya podcast studio.
I'm very excited to be here.
In beautiful downtown Providence, Rhode Island. Mm-hmm. So you are a trader here at Covoya, and how long have you been with us?
It's like 2 years and change. It'll be like 3 years in the summer.
I remember the call when I asked you to come work here.
Me too.
It was a good call. I was very excited about it. So to help everyone share in why I was excited about it, well, let's sort of get to know you a little bit, and we can sort of introduce those who don't have the pleasure of working with you to you.
Cool.
So let's start at the beginning. Born and raised.
Born and raised in Providence, Rhode Island.
Which I love.
Yep.
Yeah. And I know that in our random conversations that you've had a lot of good Rhode Island stories. Mm-hmm. Yeah. One of my favorite things that you've shown me is a picture of you with Buddy Cianci.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there was that movie about the living in the mall, the secret mall apartment.
Oh, I really want to see that.
It's amazing. Yeah. And everyone was like really excited to be there because of Rhode Island and everything. But when they did show Buddy on the screen and I whistled and no one else did, I was like, come on.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Buddy Cianci, famous, infamous, longtime mayor of Providence, who has a colorful history that a quick Google will illuminate you on. But
we love Buddy here.
Yeah, he's always said he would attend the opening of an envelope. So born and raised. So I think the first time that I knew of your existence, you were not introduced to me as a coffee person, but as a famous Rhode Island musician.
Is that true?
It is true. It is true. It was Todd telling me about you as a musician.
Got it. Yeah.
Before I knew that you worked at New Harvest and all those things. So you have any info you want to share on your secret history as a famous musician?
No, it's been so long that I don't even consider myself a musician anymore. Wow. But it was fun while it lasted.
Get out of town. Come on, you're too good to say that.
It was very fun. I mean, if people want to look it up, it was called the Sugar Honey Iced Tea. Or I don't know if I can swear on this. You can bleep it, but it's the shit.
Yes.
Is the Sugar Honey Iced Tea.
Yes.
That's how you remember it.
And you guys were.
It was really fun.
Yeah. Good band. Anyway. But yeah, so then you were also well known in the Rhode Island coffee scene and then further out. And so probably good to go down the story of your coffee story a little bit and sort of talk about not the full resume, I guess, but just, what were your formative experiences in coffee? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love this story because it just ties back to Providence coffee people. So, I was a barista and we had to get training at New Harvest Coffee because the cafe was using New Harvest Coffee. And I had been a barista for a long time because doing music at night and then doing, working coffee shops during the day. So I went to the training and the trainer was none other than Todd Mackey, our Todd Mackey. And he was just so pumped about coffee. And I had been working in it for so long, and he was talking about ratios and timing thing. And I just was like, what is this? I've never heard of any of this before. And yeah, he was just really passionate about it. So it sparked my interest. And then a couple of years later, New Harvest was hiring. And I was like, oh, I want to work with that guy. Mm-hmm. And so I applied. And they were hiring for 2 people, and I always like to tell this story because I wasn't the first person. I don't know if I ever told you this.
No, I don't think I know this one.
So it was another woman and Corey Straffolino, who we all love.
Oh, yeah.
And the woman said no. they offered it to her and she changed her mind. And so I was the third.
Sliding doors, folks.
Up.
Sliding doors.
And and I just think that's so funny because if she had, it was like the butterfly effect. Like if she had said yes, I probably wouldn't have pursued a career in coffee because it was like, I wanted to work with Todd at New Harvest. Like that was kind of why I was excited about it. So anyway, so she said no and I was the next one up. And so I said yes and super excited. And then 2 weeks into it, Todd put his 2 weeks notice in to come work for you.
That's unfortunate.
So, so I was bummed because I was like, are you kidding? And, so I didn't know you at the time, but that's how I eventually met you.
Yeah. So I started as, God damn that guy.
I was like, what? Why are you leaving?
This story has a happy ending. I mean,
it's a full circle. But then it's true too, because Todd leaving then made me, I was super, super new, but I was like, okay, if he's leaving, I told the owner of New Harvest that I was like, I don't know anything, but I will work to know things and like work to be like what Todd was. So Todd leaving kind of opened up that opportunity.
That would be Providence's famous and beloved Rick Kleinfeld.
Yes, Rick Kleinfeld.
Yes.
So now I'm going to go fast because I feel like there's a lot. But I worked at New Harvest for a little bit, did a little bit of everything because that's what you do when you work for a smaller roaster.
Oh, yeah. Lots of hats.
Lots of hats, but I really was interested in green coffee, wanted to get out of Rhode Island, to say that I left. And I was applying to green coffee jobs and not getting any because I didn't have enough experience. So I ended up going to Stumptown in Los Angeles doing basically the same thing, like wholesale and training. And then I moved into sales for them. And then a position opened up in the green coffee department, which was what I wanted to do and had expressed to my manager that that's what I eventually wanted to do. Mm-hmm. So when that opened up, the conversation with him wasn't hard. Yeah. I was also really bad at sales, so I feel like he was like, sure, go for it. But I had to like apply and like the whole bit. So, but I did get that position. So I moved to Portland, Oregon and was on the green coffee team at Stumptown doing quality control. And I really, really loved it. But like a year and a half later, an opportunity came up to run the education program at Royal Coffee New York. Mm-hmm. Similarly, sat down with my managers. I was like, I love working here. I want to stay. But here's this opportunity. Like, I trusted them as mentors. So I was like, what do you think? And they were all super honest and amazing. And they were just like, if we were your age at this point in your career, like, you should go do that because you're going to learn a lot. So I always like, it was a hard decision, but I always like appreciated them for doing that. And at Royal ran the education program. It was super fun. They gave me like a lot of freedom to do what I wanted to do. And then I was really homesick by that point and didn't really have a network in New Jersey. I was just kind of feeling a little lost. And my friends in Rhode Island had acquired a iced tea company. It's a long story, but I'll just leave it at that.
Not related to the band.
I just happened to end up in iced tea. But so they didn't have any experience in beverage companies. So it kind of like lined up where I was like, well, how about I move back home and like I can help you guys. And I did operations there. So I did like the production runs and all the logistics and ordering ingredients, which it's like wild how much that has transferred over almost more than any job to this. And then COVID changed that company and that position.
And a few other things.
Yeah, a lot of things. And I was there for like a while and it just wasn't the same anymore. And reached out to Todd Mackey. Mm-hmm. And I said, Todd.
Keeps coming up, that guy. Yep.
I was like, don't know what I'm doing with my life. Do you know of anything? And he's like, let me get back to you. And then like the next day I got a text from you.
Yep.
And now I work with Todd Mackey. So.
I was waiting for that, for that call that might never come. But
well, even I just was, I never thought that Todd was going to like talk to you about it or whatever. So I was very surprised.
The timing was great. I remember that because I was like, we need to get somebody, and like, he was like, well, she's free. And I was like, we're done here.
Yeah.
So that was great. So let's see. So barista, working for a roasting company, QC, sales, operations, pretty well rounded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit of everything.
I think that helps you in your day to day here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure.
So you are I know you to be a lover of animals, and have had an array of animals in your life.
Yeah.
Any that you want to talk about?
Now that I have a platform, rats are great animals, and we don't have to get into it. But if anyone wants to talk offline, I'm a big proponent that rats are very smart and intelligent and sweet creatures.
Secret of Nim, one of my favorite movies.
They're great.
Yeah.
They have a bad rap, so pro rat here.
All right. I don't think we have a established company position on rats.
Yeah,
but,
well,
you know.
we should talk offline and get that established.
What else do you do for fun?
Yeah, I purposely do not have a lot of pets right now because it was taking over my life and my hobbies. But so when I don't have lots of animals, I really like crafting. I think that especially with this job, just being on the computer a lot, it's like very nice to go do something that's not looking at a computer screen.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like a big focus.
So let's see. Coffee market has gone crazy.
Mm-hmm.
$4 and above and up and down and sideways and logistics and tariffs and all sorts of other stuff. So how do you find yourself navigating that?
Yeah, it's been a very important learning opportunity because since I have been hired, everything has been very stable. Mm-hmm. I've talked to you about this. It's been very stable, and so I kind of understood concepts, but now things being so different, it is very obvious to see, like, when you're talking about things, like what that's actually referencing and the extremes. It shows you how everything works. Like, just shows you how everything works. So, yeah. So it's been a really good education opportunity, and I think my training, like barista training and stuff, has helped me just want people to understand things and not feel like they can't or they don't. Like, I've always been very like wanting to get on people's level of where they're at to talk about it. So I think that has helped me with market conversations and stuff, because I just really want to make sure that people are like understanding what's going on, like no matter what level or no matter what understanding they have of the C market. So I'm trying to just approach it with customers as like really seeing where they're at and what their feelings are, and then kind of like working it from there. Yeah.
No, I've always thought that if we're doing our jobs really well, we're a bridge, right? Mm-hmm. So, we're not just have a thing and we're trying to sell it. We're trying to get people's businesses better, and we're trying to get their relationships with their coffees and the people who produce it better, and the whole thing. And you have to be able to meet people where they are, like you said. So,
yeah, definitely. Yeah. And like with education, like starting off, like I would see trainers that were just very like performative and very like, like just wanting to let you know how much they knew. And I just was always like, that doesn't work for education. Like, It's not helpful. And so I think it's similar, like with this, it's like the market, you could start talking about and like, but it's like not helpful. It's like not helpful unless everyone's like learning and on the same page about it. So
you paid it forward from Todd saying that you could come in by recommending somebody else to work here.
Yeah. Yep.
Talk about that friendship.
Yeah. So Brittany Amell and I met at Royal, New York, and became like buddies, and obviously she's wonderful. So we, got along really well. I remember when I told her I was leaving, she cried, and we just always stayed in touch. And I knew that she was going to be at Expo. I knew that you were going to be at Expo, and I was like, y'all should like know each other exists. Mm-hmm. You just never know. This coffee scene is small, and similarly, timing worked out. Yeah. And
well, I thought she was great because I hired her even though she's a Yankee fan. So.
Yes, that was the big thing of being like, this might be the hurdle, but
I'm growing as a person.
Yeah,
so
look at you.
I got over it. Yeah. What is your favorite thing about working here?
Oh, I like. It's gonna sound tacky, but I like everyone I work with.
As do I.
Yeah, I love our team. Like everyone just genuinely really gets along and wants to support each other and likes each other, and that's like so awesome. So I love coming into work every day to work with everybody. I also really love. I've always just loved working at coffee roasteries, so I really love working with roasters and like getting to know people's business and what they're into, and I just think it's so fun that I get to talk to a bunch of different roasters all day.
So we just had an episode with Todd and Mark talking about origin trips, which was hilarious. It was the last 10 minutes are worth listening to if you just need to laugh uncontrollably. But so that made me want to ask you, do you have any memorable origin trips?
Yeah, so my first origin trip was like over 10 years ago. It was like, and so yeah, I will say that I was like a 22-year-old woman. I was like the only woman and the youngest woman and the youngest person on the trips. And so, yeah, I remember that I was a Q grader. Mm-hmm. And I remember that we went to, this was like my second origin trip. We went to a new co-op that was presenting a cupping, but it was like a lot of things were wrong about it. It was just the ratios weren't correct, and the it wasn't up to like the standard. And they were the guys on the origin trip were all trying to figure out the grind, like I remember what it was, the grind size or something. And I was like, I think it's this, and like no one else was a Q grader, and no one was listening to me. And it was just wild. It was so, I'll always remember that.
What country was that?
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica, yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to be like, I think I know, like, excuse me, and like no one was listening to me. But it's been wild as the years go on, because I feel like I haven't run into that. And like, I feel like origin trips now are like, pretty balanced gender-wise. So that's been interesting to witness over the years.
How much of that do you think was an age thing, and how much of it was a gender thing?
I think it was an age thing.
Yeah.
I really think it was an age thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I would wonder how I have a pretty good idea of how you would handle that now. But,
yeah. Totally. And I think about that with like when I did sales too. Like I say that I was really bad at it, but then when I look back, I was like really young. And so I think that I just was like finding my footing. But yeah, origin trips, I literally actually was talking to my husband, Andy, last night about this, that origin trips really help feel connected. It sounds very tacky and cliche, but I just mean that, like, we come into work every day and we're on the computers and we're talking to people, and then when you go to origin, it's just like it all clicks of like, oh yeah, there's this like whole other level to this that you like forget about sometimes in your day to day.
It's the reality behind what we're actually doing.
Yeah. And it always makes me be like, oh yes, okay, like this is all connected.
Yeah. There's this old, I'm dating myself, but there was this old show on TV, Jacques Cousteau, and he was a famous diver, and he would say, I am too long from the sea.
Yeah,
that's the way I feel when I haven't been to a coffee producing country in a while. I got to get back there and touch the dirt.
I totally feel that way. Another origin thing that I want to say quick that I've learned is that one of the first times I went, I was vegetarian, and I was the only one, and I won't go into, I just remember feeling so bad. Like we were like going to these like rural areas in people's houses, and they had cooked for us all day, and they would be like giving us food, and I would be like, oh no, thank you. Big old
piece of chicken, and you're like,
and I would just say no. And then I remember one time I was like, I'll eat fish though, and the host was like, the host of like the trip was like, yeah, no, seafood's really expensive here. Like we're not near the ocean. Like seafood's really expensive. And I felt horrible. Yeah. So I do have a thing where when I travel, I just have decided that I eat whatever is presented, because it was like a feeling I wasn't didn't know I would feel that way when I was like in the moment.
No, but that's also, I mean, just to give yourself a break a little bit. I mean, that's what being young is all about. Right?
Yeah.
Make mistakes and learn things, and then, the trick is to not repeat them, right?
Yeah.
So.
It's like you don't know how you're going to feel until it happens.
Yep.
And then you're like, okay, don't like that feeling.
Yep.
Won't do that again.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go back in time and talk about you becoming a trader.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember I was working from home. It was COVID, so I actually remember standing outside in my backyard and just being glad that I could just walk outside whenever I wanted to. And I called you and I said, I've always thought you'd be a great trader, and I want to offer you a job. And you gave me a surprising answer.
Yeah. Well, when I was at New Harvest and like learning of all the careers you can have in coffee, like trader was like, I was like, okay, that's the goal. Like, that's what I want to do. And it was interesting because a lot of feedback I got is like, okay, if you want to be a trader, like sales is really important.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and so I did sales, and I hated it, and it was so hard. And I was like, if this is what a trader is like, I don't want to do it. And then I just was like, this is not for me. And so I'll always remember too, because I was like, I don't think I want to be a trader after you called. Mm-hmm. And I remember you were like, can you come in and we can just talk? Because I am curious as to why that is. Like, you have such strong feelings about it. And yeah, I think I told you like just all the things about it that I was like, quote unquote, knew I wouldn't like about it. Mm-hmm. And you were like, I think that you have a very specific like idea of what this job is. And it's like, not really that.
Not really that.
Yeah. And so you were like, you should try it. And so I was like, all right, I'll try it. And what I very quickly learned is that it is nothing like sales, in my opinion. Like, it is very much getting to know what people need and want, mm-hmm. and finding it for them and being there.
It's a matchmaker.
Yeah, it's a matchmaker. It's totally not like wholesale sales for a roaster versus what I do now is very different. And yeah, so it ended up not being at all what I thought it would be. So
do you think that preconceived notion that you had and all your experience has helps you do the job now?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Talk about that a bit.
Yeah, I think because I was so positive that
traders are scum.
Well, I was like, I don't, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
I'm not good at just the talking, I'm just not good at it. So, but I think it did help me because I always loved wholesale, like I always loved like account management, mm-hmm. and training and stuff like that. And so I feel like this job is almost more like that. It's like, getting to know somebody and being there and building a relationship. And it's, I loved that part of mm-hmm. coffee and my previous jobs. So, it's interesting that it ended up being more like the parts of the job that I liked versus not the parts of the job that I didn't like. So, which is maybe why I thought you'd be good at it. Yeah, you were right. You saw through it. Yeah. And now that you've said you were right, we can end. Yeah. So. Before anything else is said, we're just going to end there. No, but seriously, Anna, thank you for sitting down. This was fun. Yeah, thank you. It was super fun. And if you haven't had a chance to work with Anna, I hope you get that chance soon because she's one of the gems here at Covoya. So thanks. Thank you. Thank you so much. Take care. I remember when a song was just a song, words are whimsy and a beat to jazz along. Not a forum for a girl to speak her mind. Miss the meaning now you got. You've been listening to Another Cup, part of the Exchange Coffee Podcasting Network, presented by Covoya Specialty Coffee and produced by me, Mike Ferguson. Our theme music for this episode is the song China Shop, performed by the Sugar Honey Iced Tea on their 2014 album Silver Spells. Anna played banjo, the cello, and sang as a member of the Sugar Honey Iced Tea. And though the band is no longer performing, you can find their music on Bandcamp and Spotify. You can email me with questions, thoughts, or ideas at mike.ferguson@covoya.com. And as always, thanks for listening. I'm a bull in a China shop. Gotta cut it, but hot soup.
Hot soup.